morning. We have a dolphin here, and he's right over there. He just swam by. Hopefully you can see him. Shoot. It's just one here. Okay, we missed him. He just left. Good morning, everyone. We just had a dolphin here. Hopefully we'll get another one. Good morning, DJ, Teresa, Jean, Darlene, Elisa, Tammy. Tammy just finished one of my shawls. Yay, good for you. We just had a dolphin swim by, but he happened to go by just before I was able to catch him on camera. Good morning, Faye. Good morning, Sarah. Yes, we have a swimmer. We have a swimmer almost every morning now, I think. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Ruthie. Good morning, Melissa. That was really exciting. Shoot. Okay, when there's one, maybe there's more. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Linda. Thank you all for joining me. Elizabeth's working on Sweet Clara. That's great. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Lucille. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Sherry. Better today, Sarah. Thanks. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Nancy from Oregon. Good morning, Lynn. Thank you all for joining me this morning. We just had a dolphin before I hit record or live. The button I hit says go live. Just had a dolphin go by. I mean, you know when you're bumbling around? I was trying to type as fast as I could because I could hear him. I could hear him sprouting, or what do they call when they breathe out their spout? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, there's all kinds of different colors this morning. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see we've got some really strange clouds where the sun's supposed to be coming up. The sun's, that's east back there. The sun's supposed to be coming up over those buildings. We've got weird, bumpy, dark clouds. Beautiful colors to the south over the buildings there, over the skyline. And then this is the west here over the Gulf of Mexico, and then to the north here you can see there's quite a few people. I had to walk a little further down than I normally do this morning because those people were in my spot. I know it's not my spot. I'm just joking. Anyway, I wanted to real quick and real briefly address something that happened yesterday, and a couple times it's happened. We had someone not quite so friendly join us yesterday morning, and you know, in the same way you deal with children or immature people who make bad choices, you know that giving any sort of attention to bad behavior is reinforcing bad behavior. So when we have less than friendly people join us here in the morning, first of all, I want to apologize on their behalf because I know it feels icky to see icky comments. But I think the best thing we can do is just try to talk about it as briefly as possible and handle it. Thank you, Sarah. A couple people tried to get rid of him multiple times and he didn't go away yesterday, so I'm not sure what that was all about. But I think the best thing to do is whenever you see it, you don't even have to wait for me to say, please report this person. I am giving you my blessing and my permission to just do what you need to do to handle it. I will say the word report if I see something like that, but I'm going to, I think I said a few too many words yesterday and it actually just gave him the fuel he needed and the attention he needed to move on. So I don't even want to talk about it any more than that in case it's encouraging something else. Because I do believe in reinforcing good and bad behavior as different things, so the less we talk about it, the better we are to prevent more, I suppose. So if I see something, I will say the word report once and not anymore, and if you guys see anything, go for it. Good morning, Maria. Thanks for joining. Sarah agrees, Sherry agrees. Okay, great. Glad we're on the same page. I had thought about fooling around with a code word and what have you, but let's just smooth and swift and just get it going. Oh, Maria made it to live today for the first time. Wonderful. Thanks for joining. So what else was I had a couple of great questions in the recorded comments yesterday. One of them was somebody asked how you organize your patterns that you get on the back of ball bands in the store. You know, if you buy yarn that has a label that has a pattern on the back, somebody asked how to organize those. And I figured since that person asked, there might be other people that would like the answer to that as well. So what I told him and what I'm going to share with you is that I love 3-ring binders and sheet protectors for organizing anything that isn't already bound into a book. Like, for example, I play piano and I buy sheet music online. Back in the old days, we used to buy them already done, but nowadays I go to a website and order sheet music a la carte per song, and when I get it, I get like 7 pages, and so I put them back to back in sheet protectors so I can see front and back in a binder, and then I make a book out of it. So I think if you have loose leaf, anything that you want to organize, whether it's loose patterns that you've printed, loose patterns you've bought, or even the ball band patterns, putting it in sheet protectors allows you to see both sides, or put 2 pieces in back to back so you can see both sides. And then you have the ability of putting tabs on the sheets so that you can even organize the sheets in there. Sherry says that's what she uses for her printed patterns. Darlene does too. Okay, good. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I do it for sheet music, for piano, but I think that you could do it for anything that you print out that isn't bound into something already. It's a great way to make your own book, per se. I got a question about tea yesterday too, and I'm trying to remember it now. Yeah, Linda uses page protectors for recipes too. Yep, definitely a great idea. Anything that you have that's loosey-goosey and not already bound into something, it's a fabulous way to organize things, especially if you can add those tabs to separate them into categories. Good morning, Maria. Linda and Linda are saying hi this morning. We have a Faye and a Faye that do that too. I think it's so cute. Let's see, trying to remember, I had several questions yesterday that I was going to try to remember to answer. Oh, somebody asked me if I sweeten my tea in the morning, and I don't. I like my tea either plain or with lemon in it. Yes, protects them as well, I agree. Oh, somebody said Dollar Tree is good for binders and page protectors. I buy mine on Amazon, but yeah, if they have them there, go for it. Thought maybe there was a big catch over there. There's not. Today I'm drinking jasmine tea with lemon in it. Good morning, Julia. Last night at a cafeteria, I got peach oolong tea that was wonderful. Oh, Brenda's working on the London cowl. That's great. Yeah, we talked about this one on, oh yeah, remember the weird beach we went to? Oh, Elizabeth says my braids look good today. Thank you. I'm getting really good at figuring out how to use, what is it called, dry shampoo? Dry shampoo is giving me the texture and the texture to be able to get my hair in braids. Otherwise my hair is too soft and too loose. It's really hard to get my hair to do what I want it to do other than just lay flat. So my hair doesn't curl very well and doesn't hold in place. So using dry shampoo has been a great way to give myself the texture to get my hair to be malleable. Sarah, thank you. Yes, beautiful colors in the sky this morning. Really beautiful. Sherry's crocheting a Tunisian double crochet scarf today. That is very nice. I have one of my red bubble bags with me today, and I brought a few cowls to show. And remember the cape I was working on yesterday? I'm at the point where I'm at the end of the final repeat of the stitch pattern, and I need to make a decision about the edging, so I have to put it on the side for now. Faye does the same thing. She uses dry shampoo for texture. Linda has curly but fine hair. Yeah, I think it might be helpful for fine hair regardless of your texture. Good morning from Russia. I thought dry shampoo was only for people that didn't want to wash their hair, and I thought, well, I don't know if that's me. I'm one of those people that can't get out of the habit of washing my hair daily, so I didn't think it was for me, and then my hairdresser mentioned it, and so I thought I'd try it, and I love the fact that it makes doing braids easier and things like that. It also gives me a lot of extra volume when I'm trying to style my hair after pin curls or any other type of, cold air curls that I do overnight. So I'm liking it for several things, none of which I thought it was good for. Good morning, Robin. Thanks for joining. Oh, so I was going to show you that I brought my headbands this morning. Remember the lacy headbands I've been working on? This one is the Tunisian double crochet headband I've been working on, and this is the knit headband I've been working on. And I've already posted how to do these stitch patterns on my YouTube channel and on my website, but the finished patterns aren't done yet because the projects aren't done yet. I have a ton of this beautiful Be So Bold yarn waiting to be dyed right now. Emmy asked what kind of dry shampoo I use. I use one that I found at Walgreens right now. It is, I forget the name of the brand, but it says something like Not Your Mama's. It has a gist of that to the name. I don't remember it offhand. I will look and let you know tomorrow if I remember. I use their texturizing sea salt spray too. Oh, Lynn, this is the first time she's been awake to view live. That's great. Lucille can't find the knitted one. The stitch pattern is up. The pattern is not up yet. The pattern is not done yet. But the stitch pattern is on YouTube as well as on my website. Good morning, Denise. I think your name is Denise from Turkey. I think that looked like Turkish writing. You're welcome, Iman. Okay, so show you a little bit of the Tunisian double crochet. And for those of you who, people have asked this before, so I don't mind mentioning it again in case someone's hearing it for the first time. In Tunisian crochet, it's a much more dense textured fabric than regular crochet. So whatever size hook, good morning, Edna. Smell of, oh, okay, Brenda's talking about another brand of dry shampoo she likes. Oh, I hear activity in the water. Could it be? All right, we'll have to keep our ears open. Okay, back to Tunisian crochet. I get distracted by the possibility. We have a dolphin. He's right here. He is right here. I just saw a tail. We got a dolphin. All right, Tunisian on hold. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. I'll go this way so you can see more. We have a dolphin. He was pretty close. He wasn't as close as the other day, but good enough for me. Oh, there he was. He's behind the people. Did you see him out there? Just before the buoy. Did you see that? That's okay. No, it's okay. You can talk too. Oh, yay. I'm so happy. And you know what's awesome? He's going in the same direction as the dolphin earlier this morning. So we've had two. Even if we didn't see both of them, I'm just happy to know we had two. You know there's thousands of them out there, but oh, so special when we get to see them. It just makes me so happy to see a dolphin. You saw him 3 times, Shirley? Yeah, I think I saw him twice, but I've been looking back and forth about the camera and making sure that he was in camera for you guys, so I may have missed one of them, but I don't care. I knew I heard something over there, though. Remember when it was off camera, starting to talk about Tunisian, and I got distracted? Oh, thank you, Mr. Dolphin. I think we all needed to see something delightful this morning, huh? Okay. All right, back to Tunisian. So what I was saying was that Tunisian crochet needs a much larger hook than you would normally use to get the same amount of density in the fabric. And what I mean by that, this is a worsted weight yarn. I would normally use a 5mm, you know, between 4 and 5mm hook or needle to create a basic pattern. Going up a little bit maybe for lace, going down a little bit for something really tight. Yeah, you would go down in the 4.5mm range. 5mm for just plain. Now, to do Tunisian crochet, I would go up to at least a K, 6.5mm, to get a basic loose, not tight pattern. If you go into your regular sized hook size, you're going to get something really dense like a rug, a pot holder. In order to do something like a hat or something that you want to just be softer, you're going to want to go up at least a couple of hook sizes. Now, to do this headband, I wanted it really open and loose, so I went up even more. I think I'm at least a 6.5, maybe an 8. Yeah, I've got an 8 here. J-hook is great too. You're going to have to base it on your gauge too. So like or your tension, how you hold your yarn and hook is different than the way I do, and every one of us has our own personal tension. I know people who do the same project and the same yarn as me and need to use a totally different hook size than I do because of how they hold their yarn and the tension. So keep that in mind as well. There is no hard rule for what size hook or needle you use for a project. Oh, did I say something funny with my language? I don't know. Alright, so I'll show you the first row here. So I know some people get really disappointed their first time doing Tunisian because they don't realize that it's a lot more dense by nature than regular crochet. So first row starts with a chain 2. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the elongated loop from the stitch below. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. It's kind of like working a partial double crochet. And we're going to repeat that across the entire row. Okay, so we're doing J-hook is a 6mm or a 10. Oh gosh, yes, you can make a blanket using Tunisian crochet. I've done several and they work up really quickly. Oh, Erica's never seen Tunisian up close. Wonderful. I have some really great close-up videos on my website and on YouTube. If you scroll back, maybe last week or the week before, I did this video in a close-up in my studio. So now we have our setup row done for the Tunisian. Now we have to do the return row, and that's yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, and we repeat the yarn over, pull through 2. Whoops. We repeat the yarn over, pull through 2 across the rest of the row. It's only the first step. It's yarn over, pull through 1. The rest of the row is yarn over, pull through 2. And you see, we finish off our row of Tunisian double crochet. Linda said Tunisian crochet is great for Afghans and dishcloths, and I absolutely agree. Dishcloths or hot pads are fabulous because this has the ability to go so dense. It actually makes a very protective fabric if you're going to use it for kitchen stuff. So it would be great for spa washcloths as well. Anything that could be absorbent and have lots of texture for washing would be great too. So there's nothing wrong with doing it dense, it just has its purpose. So when you want to do something dense like kitchen utilitarian projects like a hot pad or a washcloth or even a rug would be gorgeous in the more dense version of this. But then doing it light and airy is fabulous for accessories. This would be beautiful for a top, a scarf, a shawl, or a headband like we're doing here. So there's lots of different ways, and it just has even more flexibility because of the ability to see such a different texture when you go from loose to dense. Yeah, a belt would be great too. Bye, Julia. Thanks for joining. Hope you got to see the dolphin. Oh, somebody said they took the Be So Brave, my American Merino wool yarn that is feltable, and did a felted hot pad with Tunisian crochet. I bet that was really, really nice. I love that idea. Good morning, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. Oh, everyone else is saying bye to Julia now too. That's so nice. Kimberly says her mom is watching with her today too. Hi, Kimberly's mom. If anybody else is crafting this morning, let me know what you're working on. Erica's working on a cat bed. How fun. Uh-oh. This is what happens when you leave out multiple projects. I sat here working on the crochet one and my knitting needle popped out. Adriac, good morning. It's 5 a.m. for Faye. Thanks for joining. Lee's working on a beach wrap. Great. Aren't you going on vacation? I feel like you might have said something like that. Oh, Tammy's working on her first knit hat. Great. I saw something about Daisy and Brownie something. I'm guessing something to do with the Brownie troops. I missed all of that though. Sorry. Karen started a triangular shawl today. Oh, inspired by the ways I showed you how to style one. That's great. I'm so glad. Oh, that's right. I was going to show you some other cowls this morning, too. Let me finish my return row. Oh, for those of you who are interested, someone else is making a crochet wrap. You know this one. We've talked about this one several times. The Mobius cowl done in the Be So Serene sampler. Good morning, Karina. And this is the knit version. The crochet version is done now. I wove in the ends last night and started blocking it. It's now laying flat to dry. As soon as it's dry, I will be able to do the photo shoot and get the pattern and the video up and be able to share it with you. Maria wants to make my shopping bags. You should. They are so cute and so utilitarian and functional too. Robin's working on a Japanese knot bag. That sounds cool. Sherry wants to look for this. Yeah, I'm not sure when I will get it all up. It's still, like I said, I've still got a couple of steps left to go. Oh, Jenny's working on this one. DJ's worked up my shopping bags and likes them. There's a good testimonial for the other person that wants to make them. I found this cowl this morning And I can't remember if it's up on my website yet or not. This is done in Biso Sporty yarn, and it's a alternating rows of double, treble, and single crochet. And I'll have to look, and Maria, I forget, she might be talking about the bag still. Oh, we've got a seagull behind the camera. I can't remember if this is up or not, but I'm in the process of dyeing a whole bunch of Biso Sporty yarn, and Caribbean turquoise will be one of the colors that I'm going to be dyeing. And I just can't remember if it's up or not. So if it isn't, we've got another new pattern coming soon. Yay! And I'll have to weigh it and see how much yarn it takes, but I know for sure it's done in Biso Sporty, which is sport weight, which means you could do it in either Biso Serene or Biso Sporty. But also, it's such a simple stitch that you could easily substitute a different weight yarn. I think it would be beautiful in the fingering like Biso Fine. It would be beautiful in worsted weight like Biso Bold as well. In fact, I might even write that up in the pattern and show you what the stitch count would be for different weight yarns, because it's such a simple pattern and great to wear. I'll show you what it looks like on. It's one of those long and slinky ones like the London cowl. See how long and slinky that one is? This one's going to be the same kind of cowl where it folds up on itself because it's long and slinky like that. So I think that'll be a fun piece to wear. And then I brought a couple other pieces this morning. This is the Melbourne cowl. Oh, this one's also Biso Sporty yarn. This one's more of a Mobius cowl. This is the one I like to wear with the shirt that I'm wearing. The shirt I'm wearing has some purple in the pattern. This is one of my favorite pieces to wear with this top. Like when I go to knitting club or leave the house in the morning and it's too cold to have a bare neck. I love matching this print and this cowl together. And then I brought this shawl for anybody who missed the other day when we were talking about, thanks Edna, for anybody who missed the other day when we were talking about one of the dual purposes. This one is called the Melbourne cowl. Jenny wants to know how you block a Mobius. That's a great question. First of all, you're just hand washing it, right? With whatever delicate wash you prefer. I use Wrapture all natural delicate wash. And you can make it, cowls or anything that is a loop of any kind, I lay it flat to dry doubled. Obviously when you have something wet that's doubled, you're going to need a little more drying time. Using an oscillating floor fan right next to it or putting it right underneath a ceiling fan really decreases the amount of drying time. It really helps a lot, and so I highly recommend that. But what you're going to do is just lay it flat to dry doubled. This one would have the twist in it, obviously, so you actually end up having a third layer. Hi Steve, thanks for joining. I believe it was Steve's comment yesterday about the organizing yarn labels that we talked about this morning. I answered you yesterday directly, but then we talked about it when we first went live this morning. Now this piece is not twisted. This is a regular cowl, not a Mobius cowl. So if you were to lay this one flat to dry, it's going to just be flat doubled. But again, if you put some moving air over it, even though it's damp and doubled, it will dry relatively quickly with the amount of air circulation it gets. So put it under a ceiling fan or put it in front of an oscillating Oliver, I couldn't understand the comment. Something about the clouds and video cameras. I missed it. Sorry about that. So to answer the question about how to block and dry cowls, that would be my suggestions. And then, oh good, Jenny's getting ready to block her Huckleberry Pie cowl. Yeah, that one's Mobius twisted, so it's a little bit bigger than this one, but like this one, I would hand wash it, block it to your finished measurements, make sure it's about the right size, and then leave it to dry underneath some sort of circulating air, and it will dry relatively quickly. And then if you want to wear triangular shawl as a scarf, what you want to do is grab it at the center. So now we have our center point and our center back at the fold line, like that. I'm going to put my arm through the fold and wrap it around my neck and wear it like a keyhole scarf. You know, wrapping through that folded loop gives us a keyhole scarf, and then you get to see all of that amazing edging all at the same time. I think I messed up. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so now taking my shawls, any shawls you've already made, anything, if it's a thicker shawl like a worsted weight, obviously you're going to have more volume around your neck. But if you have a thin lacy shawl like this is fingering weight, this is Be So Fine yarn, you're going to have all of that edging just showing without all the volume, and it just creates, I know the lighting's a little rough this morning, it's not that bright out here, but you can see, look at all that edging you're getting to see because of folding it up on itself. It's really a great way to show off a shawl that has lots of edging. Well, it looks like we're running out of time, everyone, but oh, Teresa watches from the train. I think that's great. Love it. I think we're about to run out of time, so let's take a minute here to pause, take a couple of deep breaths, and just soak in one more minute of this beautiful view of gorgeous nature's palette, and listen to a couple more of those beautiful waves crashing. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy day to spend time with me here this morning. I hope you've enjoyed all of the nature, the dolphin we saw this morning, the sounds of the waves, nature's color palette, and all of the chatting and discussing. I enjoy my time here with you in the morning. I enjoy my time in nature as well. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.